Good morning. It's beautiful November weather on this first full weekend of November 2020, and we are out to try 3 adventure labs that aren't really more than half an hour away from our house. I'm Renee.
And I'm Darryl, and come with us on another R&DW adventure.
So this is our second stop in our adventure lab, and the adventure lab is about a village within a city, and it's brought us to this historic replica village, which is really pretty cool. We had to get some information off of the train depot. This is a linear lab adventure lab that has a bonus cache at the end. So we're keeping in line with that and looking for other geocaches along the way.
Stop 3 took us to the Drayton Plains Nature Trails, which used to be a hatchery we learned from the Adventure Lab. But a couple of things that we discovered here as well. One, there's this really cool wooden folk art post behind me, but apparently Waterford also has this cool trail card system where you can get a small prize. I'm assuming it's something minor, but probably something worth doing. And we're gonna have to come back to not only walk the trails, because there's a cache out there, but at night there is a night cache out here, which I absolutely love to do. So more cool things that we found through geocaching, and in this case, adventure labs.
So we've completed all 5 stages of the Adventure Lab, and it was pretty cool because in each of the journal entries there was a letter, and then we typed those letters into Certitude, which gave us the coordinates for the final, for the bonus cache, which was pretty cool. So the linear experience made some sense because it also took us close to where the bonus cache was when we were all done. We are off now to do our next adventure lab, but we're probably not going to video that one. We're just not, because that would be disrespectful. It is in a cemetery.
After some lunch and giving up on that last adventure lab, we are now almost done with the 3rd adventure lab that we wanted to do today. But to give you an idea what's going on with that 2nd adventure lab that was in the cemetery, we ended up bailing on that one because of the issues with population.
It was
today.
A very busy place today.
2 of the stages were actually right near funerals that were, or burials, I should say, not funerals,
right,
that were going on at the time.
And since it's such a beautiful day, people were
taking care of the graves.
And
yeah, so it was not really something that we felt
higher
appropriate
than usual
doing.
Muggle area.
Yeah. The cool thing with that one is they took photos at the locations themselves and like photoshopped out the grave markers, and you had to figure out which one that was and answer the questions off that.
It was pretty cool.
It was very cool. It was a linear experience which wasn't making sense to us at the time. We never finished, so we don't know if
Why?
There was a reason.
Right.
But for that it didn't make sense. This one is a lot more fun. It is just pretty easy, find the answers off the signs, and these are the historic signs that the Park Service, National Park Service, actually put up for the, I think it was 100th year anniversary of the automobile.
Oh, that makes sense.
And it's all around Ford's involvement in this case, Clarkston, but they had them all over
and the village of industry that he made.
Yes, he had a weird system that he was trying to build of essentially allowing people to still live on the farms and do it, and that was kind of, this was that center of industry. Clarkston was one of his little communities. So there's all these signs that we're going to visit, not in order, so you can do it in any order, and we've got 1 left. We've got a few more caches that we want to do out here though, but we're going to wrap up that adventure lab in the next couple of minutes, and wanted to talk to you guys first so that you knew what was going on. Well, after wrapping up the adventure lab, we did finish up those 2 multi-caches that are puzzles. And this is one of those finals, not for the vertically challenged, so unfortunately Renee couldn't get this one on her own at all. But at least she was able to solve the puzzle while I was trying to figure out what was going on with bugs in iOS and Notion. So, you know, we were able to find it despite some technical problems. Overall, I think we both enjoyed all of the adventure labs today. They were different in their own ways. This last one was all about the signs and the history, which worked out well. But the first one was a linear experience, this was not. And the first one had that bonus cache. Unfortunately, the second one we had to give up on. We'll probably try to give that one at a later date because it was cool. Because even though it was a linear experience, and it might have taken us to a bonus cache, I don't know, it was different because they took the photos, made the photos the experience, and you had to figure out what was missing from the photos. So overall, I think it was a great day, and it's only, you know, 2 o'clock. Problem is, we can't do any more caches around here because there's muggles everywhere.
Everywhere.
So we're gonna wrap up our caching today. Make sure to hit the subscribe button over here so that you can see all of our new videos whenever they go live, and then we'll link over here to our geocaching playlist so that you can check out more. I'm gonna sign this and we're gonna take off. Have a great afternoon.